On this adventure, we gather up the dogs and head to Audra State Park.
It was a great day to enjoy some sunshine, fresh air, and take the dogs for an adventure.
We bring you along to show you what Audra has to offer. Audra State Park is in Billington, West Virginia, but it's not actually in Billington. It's a good 9 miles from Billington off of Route 92. As you come through the park, the campground will be on your left, and right after that, the next left is the parking lot. This is where you would park if you're going to do fishing or go down to the swimming hole or hit the trail. If you're wanting to go to the picnic and pavilion area, it is on your right. As you can tell, once you park, you need to come across the road and the trail starts right here on the right.
So this is the Alum Cave Trail, and it's about 2.7 miles. As you can see, it starts out with pavement, but it eventually turns into kind of narrow kind of trail, but there's a lot of roots, rocks. So if you are a person who has trouble walking on uneven ground, may not be the best trail for you, but you can certainly walk out this far and at least hit the boardwalk and take advantage of that.
The park has 3 picnic areas with playgrounds. This is the first one that we come to. It's not too far right off the main parking lot. It has a swing set and a sliding board and a spot for a picnic. This trail also follows the river. A lot of fishermen travel this trail to have access to the river.
Audra Park is actually a state park of West Virginia. It was named after a small town called Audra back in the 20th century. And it was actually owned by the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. And eventually this became a commercial site for logging and later turned into a 4-H camp. It actually sits in Barber County and a little bit of Upshur County.
When you get to this little bridge shortly after that, you see that the trail splits. This is where you can go to the upper or the lower trail. The lower trail is where the cave is. The upper trail is a lot smoother of a walk or hike. We use the All Trails app. It's very handy. It shows you the location, what the trail conditions are as far as whether it's easy, moderate, or difficult. They have this labeled as easy, which is not really crazy difficult, but it's definitely uneven in locations and also has a lot of rocks and roots on the lower trail. If you're wanting to walk but aren't real steady on your feet, you can walk the upper trail. It is definitely a lot more smoother and user friendly. We have been to this trail a few times, and we actually been here one time during the winter. And this is the boardwalk. During the winter, sometimes the ice running off the rocks freeze and blocks the trail, but this is definitely one unique part of this trail. The boardwalk is definitely one of the most unique parts of this trail, but one thing it also does is it allows you to see the beautiful Middle Fork River.
Besides fishing and swimming on the river, it is also great for kayaking. The Middle Fork River has class 3 and 4 rapids, and it's about 6.6 miles. To get into the river, you just go to the parking lot that we previously showed you and get your boat out and have some fun.
Come here, Timber.
It's really cool to walk on this boardwalk. You can see the water dripping from the rocks. There's so many places to take pictures. So it's really interesting to walk the dogs through. This property became open to the public around 1950, and as it became popular, they purchased more land, and that's when they built a campground, bathhouse, and other facilities on the property. So Kenny was videotaping the scenery, and his drone decided to take a land, well, you can't see it but over the cliff. Children, do not do this at home. No, Timber. Please don't die. If the coronavirus don't take him out, the cliff will at Audra State Park. Timber wants to come with you. Timber, you cannot go. This is what trail seekers do to get footage to you. We go off trail. That's pretty steep. You can't really tell from here, but it's super steep. It's a good thing it's not time for snakes, even though it is pretty warm outside, so it wouldn't surprise me if there is snakes, which is like copperheads, rattlesnakes, black snakes, but that's fine. Not scary, but I could see some of them living there. Timber, you don't know what the heck's going on, do you? Huh? You don't know, you just want to help. Alright, the drone has been retrieved, and Trail Seeker 1 is coming back. Again, this is what we do to bring Trails of West Virginia to you.
Yeah.
Got anything to say about that?
I'm just glad it wasn't that. It's very windy, so it runs the battery really quick. But, no, I'm just glad it didn't land in the water.
Would you have went after it?
I don't know. I don't have a kayak, so probably not.
Really? It would have probably been broke anyways.
Yeah.
Alright.
Drones and... Go, Ivy. That is steep steps. I thought I had enough time to go out and look back. I wanted to get a good video of us standing on the lip of the overlook, but that didn't work. But also, if you happen to have a trail that you've been to and think that other people would enjoy it, let us know. We can go and videotape it. We were supposed to have a race this weekend, and I was hoping to get video from the race, but obviously that had been canceled. So now we're out walking the trails. I'm not sure when you'll be watching this video, but the reason why all the ride parks and race events have been canceled is due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. So definitely leave a comment down below, and also stay till the end of the video. We show you the swimming hole and talk about the campground. It's a beautiful day.
As you can see, we have all 3 of our dogs on a leash. These trails are definitely where you have to do that. This day we only passed very few people, but due to being a public trail, it's always important to have your dogs on a leash.
Should have brought some water. Huh?
I think it's probably like
2.7. What do you think, sweetie?
Good. Of course, we're going to take the dogs off the leash, but I'm not going to because I'm a little follower.
There weren't so many people out here. A lot of people today. Up to this point, we had passed several people, but after this, we've never seen a soul. Although the bottom trail, this is a loop, it basically follows the river and then loops back to the beginning. But the bottom trail definitely has a lot of scenery. You're able to see the river, but as you can tell, there is a lot of rocks, and some of it has trees that you have to get up under. Although it's very beautiful, as I was saying earlier, if you're not too stable on your feet, for whatever reason, the upper trail is definitely a better trail. Although it's not as scenic as the lower trail, if you're wanting to get out and take a walk, you can park at the picnic area and just walk the trail backward. Heidi and I love getting outdoors and doing things together and spending time together, but the dogs definitely like it a lot more than we do. They get out, they love smelling, sniffing, and just getting out and enjoying the outdoors.
This trail is definitely a well-defined walking trail. It's really hard to get off of it, but as you see the little symbol that just went by, it has a little hiker on it, and all through the trails on the trees you will see those which will mark your way.
This is the switchback. Once you get to this point, you know you're at least halfway through the trail. We've just come out and it heads back up the hill. It does get a little steep though. I hope this information is helpful to help you find a trail that's suitable for you. That's what Trail Seeker Adventures is all about. We go out and we check out trails and bring all the information that you may need to decide whether or not that is a trail for you. and that way you know what to look for when you go out and hit the trail, whether it's hiking, mountain biking, whether it's a race event or a rod park. That's our whole idea of this video thing is all about. But please like our videos and subscribe to our channel, and that way we know that we're doing something right.
Party pump, don't fail me now.
Well, the below trail, the bottom trail, had a lot of pictures to take because obviously you had the river and the laurel bushes and the cave and the boardwalk. The upper trail had a lot of rock formations and really cool bright green moss on the rock. So of course I always take the weirdest pictures of things that I see. So, and also in this picture you can see Timber, who is our blue merle. He has a really hard time staying behind the two girls, but he did pretty decent.
This way? Not that way.
I get here.
Jump.
No, okay.
One. Sure you want to get in there, don't you? Jump.
One of the reasons why we chose today to go for a hike is because we're all under a pandemic, which is the coronavirus. So we're supposed to be socially distance ourselves from other people. So a hike like this was perfect to get out and enjoy some fresh air. And like I said, we saw a couple groups of people, but everybody stayed away, and it was only 2 or 3 people at a time. So hopefully, you know, we get through this all together. It definitely is a scary time for the world, but you know, get out, bike, hike, fish. I mean, any kind of activity that you can do where it's just a couple people, it's great. So for us, we're lucky to live in West Virginia where we have a lot of opportunity to do that.
I'm hot.
As you come to the end of this, the upper trail, you come out to the pavilion and picnic area. Right before you come up onto the blacktop, if you wanted to go back to where you started, you need to make a right back down the trail. We didn't get a video of that, but if you get up here in the parking lot, as you can see, there is swing sets and 2 playgrounds, pavilion in order to take a picnic. But you want to keep an eye to the right. There's a trail that comes down in order so you don't have to walk down the main road that comes into the park.
So as you go down these steps off from the parking lot is an awesome swimming hole. As you can see, the dogs had a great time swimming and cooling off from our walk. We also, when we first got here, saw a guy fishing, so it's a pretty cool place. Another thing we wanted to hurry up and talk about was the campground that Audra State Park has. It has 65 campsites, and 39 of those sites have electricity. And there's also 2 bathhouses and another playground. If you want to make a reservation, you need to go to reservations.westvirginiastateparks.com, and it will tell you the site availability and also the rates.
The campground is very beautiful. You are tucked back into what we call mountain laurel, or the state flower of West Virginia is rhododendron. So you're pretty divided and secluded from other campers, but you also got this beautiful river that comes down along the side of the campground. But this is what we're all about. We want to to give you locations to think about going out and visiting if you're wanting to go camping. Also, like if you're hitting the trail, to give you the information of what everything else the park or trail has to offer. We're hoping to go out and give you some race event information, but it looks like a lot of that, or pretty much all of that, has been canceled. We won't be going to no ride parks or race events, so look forward to some mountain biking, hiking. I want to get some kayaking in also. But if you have any locations you'd like us to check out to pass information on to other watchers, make sure you notate that. Make sure you like our videos and subscribe to our channel so we can show you what West Virginia and our adventures has to offer. Thanks for watching.